So over the course of the year, I've done this viewer recommended album series, and I've reviewed probably at this point over 100 albums. And for 25K subscribers, I told y'all I would do a tier list of every single recommended album, and it was highly requested when asking what video I should do for that. So here we are. Here we are with the tier list and all of the albums. I mean, even looking at this, it doesn't even look like the amount I've reviewed, honestly. It makes it look smaller, but this is a lot. I'm gonna keep the camera down here for today because if I put it at the top right, then it's just gonna cover half of the tier list. And before I get into this, this was the most effort I have ever put into a long form video. Let me tell y'all, this was countless hours just putting this video together, because for some of these albums I haven't gone back to them since I reviewed them, and for some of these that's months ago. I mean, before my surgery. It's been a while, so I had to go back to these albums. And yes, I went back to every single album. Maybe I didn't have to. Even albums I knew exactly what I was gonna put, I wanted to go back to it. And I didn't listen to them like start to finish, but went back to some tracks just to get a kind of an idea and like kind of bring my mind back to what I felt about the album. Obviously, I know what I gave these reviews, but like I just wanted to get a fresh feeling of the album again. And some of these my reviews have changed. I mean, looking at, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, where is it at? Spiderland by Slint. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I listened to that and thought it was a 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 album. My review is completely changed for that. That's an incredible album. Not going to spoil any more of the tier list, but I just found that crazy. Some of my opinions have changed, so going back to albums is critical to get my exact review. But let's get into this. Just wanted to say that it took countless hours putting this video together, so hopefully y'all enjoy this. So where it all started with Quebec by Ween. By the way, if anyone's curious how I started doing these, it's because someone donated money to check out Quebec, so I was gonna make a video on it. Like, this man donated money, like that's crazy. I'm gonna make a video about it, and ever since I made that video, people started donating more and more, and it just became a whole series. And yeah, here we are today. But that's how it started, and this is where it started off. Quebec by Ween, and this is a great album. I liked it at the beginning. I mean, it's a quirky album. It's like a goofy album. You got some goofy tracks. So many people in the neighborhood. Like there's some goofy tracks. That's the point of the album. I like, people love that about it. I don't care for those tracks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about those super goofy, quirky tracks, but there's a lot of cool psychedelic pop tracks, alternative rock, kind of that art rock style. There's some great stuff on here, some energetic stuff. It's a diverse album. I mean, to start the series off, it was a great album. And there's tracks that I've gone back to on this album consistently ever since then that like made my playlist. I know the intro track, Zoloft, the second track as well. So that's a great album. Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. I thought this was an amazing album at first, and it was an album that I hadn't gone back to since the review, but man, I guess I forgot how amazing this album was, because it's a very depressing album. It's a very cold, like ominous winter type of album. That cover is kind of fitting. It's snowing outside, so it gives me that feel, but it's not nighttime. This is like a dark gothic rock album, post-punk, very depressive. The backstory with the was it the lead singer of this band is very sad. Took his life, what was it, a couple months after he dropped this album. It is an amazing album. It's very, very emotional. I'd throw that in the amazing tier. Kid A by Radiohead. Now, this album is beautiful. Let me tell you, you want a perfect winter album, a perfect cold, futuristic, like lonely, isolated feel type of album. You got Kid A. And it's such an incredible track list. This album makes me contemplate my life. This album brings me to a whole other universe. There's no flaws about this album. This is not a 10 in my books, but it's a 9.5. That's S tier, baby. That's the first S tier we got in this list. And back to back, not to be that basic Radiohead glazer, but OK Computer is one of the best albums of all time. I still think it's one of the most perfect track lists I've ever listened to. It's damn near 10 out of 10 song. Every single song on this track list. Amazing alt rock album. Very alienated, melancholic feeling as well. It's atmospheric. It's very futuristic too. I mean, obviously dropped a while ago, but it still feels like it's a fresh album. It still feels like it's from the future. And what makes this album so much more perfect is how it aged. Look at what technology has gotten to now. Look at what's happening with AI and just this whole world. That is aged beautiful. Beautiful. Has aged beautiful. It's an S tier album, dude. Absolutely. Disintegration by The Cure, I thought was a good album, but definitely was not huge on it for it being ranked as one of the best albums of all time. And with some of the songwriting, with the soundscapes on this and the overall concept of the album, I absolutely see it. There was just tracks on here where I don't like the vocal performances that much, where some of the writing, I hate to say this because it is incredibly written, but there's some tracks that kind of feel a little over the top, kind of corny, but it's one incredible album. It's another ethereal album. It's like diving into heartbreak and love. It's very depressing as well. And I mean, the dream pop production, the gothic rock, like dark rock style is also great. I do think it is a great album. I mean, I think it's amazing. I think it go in the amazing. It's not an album that I revisit like that, but it is a great album. It is a very good album. So, I think we can make a push for the amazing for sure. Selected ambient man, we started this off just incredible. There's not a single bad album. I mean, we're getting into one in a second, but starting this off was some insane recommendations. But selected ambient works. Oh, I guess I didn't clarify. This is also including albums that I already listened to. This isn't just recommended albums I haven't heard. Selected ambient works already heard the album before, but I'm including them anyway, even if I heard the album. It was part of the series. It is part of the series. So selected ambient works is an awesome techno ambient like IDM album, some house stuff, some just very atmospheric, ethereal feeling stuff. It's another one. It's kind of similar to well, it's not similar to OK Computer, but it's in a similar like futuristic vibe with the production. And the influence this had on music is incredible. I'm not grading these based on influence, but you got to just account for that incredible, insane influence. And it's a very enjoyable album. Can't talk today, but I wouldn't put S because it's hard for me to put instrumentals in S tier, not gonna lie. And there's tracks that I wouldn't call perfect, so it's definitely not S, but that's an amazing album. Then we got Surfer Rosa by Pixies, man. Sucks, dude. This sucks, and I know I just blew everyone's mind, a lot of people's mind. What? This is one of the best albums of all time. Please explain to me what is the best of all time about it. I'm not even trying to like hate on people. Like I'm genuinely curious like what people love about this album. Because listening to this, I hated it, and going back to it made me hate it more. The vocals are just unbearable. The vocals are so unlistenable on this album. I mean, it's a cool indie rock album, but I don't really care for the riffs. There's one really good song, Where Is My Mind, but then unlistenable vocals. A lot of these tracks are short. I mean, this album's bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is so insane. This is getting rated like perfect by most people, but not me, man. Sometimes it really sucks to be authentic on a music channel when you're getting asked to review someone's favorite album of all time, like an album that's life-changing for them, and I don't like it, and I shit on the album. It hurts me, man. It's hard to do that, but I stay authentic, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Then we got Butterfly by Aaron's Book Club. This is one of those albums that I hadn't touched since reviewing it, but it was a indie rock type of album. Just indie rock. That's really all it is. You got some good songwriting on here, but it's a kind of a lo-fi album. Could use some work. It's a little unpolished. I don't think it's bad, so it's gonna go in the good tier. I don't even think it's mid. Like I do think there's nice stuff on here, but just not something to revisit. Alien Observer by Grouper. I already heard Grouper stuff before, but never this album, and I did like this album a lot because it is very dreamy. This is like the cover is like, what is this, space? And it's perfect. The dark, colorless picture of space, and this album feels colorless because it's very emotional. It feels like you're floating. It's ethereal. It feels very lonely and atmospheric. This album is great. Amazing vibes. I mean, it is pretty one-dimensional, so I wouldn't rank it too high, but I'd say great to good. It's very emotional though, so we can go great. Scrapyard by Quadeca. Now, listening to this at first, I thought it was a solid album. I was like, some really cool experimental stuff on here. Quadeca implemented so many genres into this mixtape, but I wasn't like huge on it. I thought it was a good mixtape, nothing more, nothing less. Very experimental, heavy stuff, but then there's psychedelic stuff. I mean, there's just so much thrown into this mixtape. It is so diverse. I don't want to say it's messy though. It's a coherent album, especially thematically with some of the concepts of this album. I mean, I'd throw this in the great. Remain in Light, Talking Heads. This is an undeniable S tier for most people, especially critics. But I mean, I just don't enjoy like kind of quirky, goofy music that much. It's not something that I revisit like that. And this is an incredible album sonically, like the new wave post-punk era stuff. What was it? Hold on. There's a genre that it like purely is. It's like Afrobeat dance stuff. I mean, there's a lot of kind of genres blended in here together. It makes it unique. And the songwriting is good, but some of these tracks are kind of it has a quirky vibe while kind of showing like modern anxiety and whatnot. So I can see this being an S tier. But I don't enjoy it like that. It doesn't hit like that for me. Crazy take, but I think it's amazing. It's still an amazing album. Don't get me wrong. Rayvon, The Good, The Bad, The Dollar Menu. Honestly happy I got this recommendation because this is a slept on project for this year. It's a great mixtape. Great stuff on here. Obviously, Rayvon from TDE had that beef with Joey Badass at the beginning of the year, and sadly, as much as I love Joey, he's winning it in the end. He had the better tape. Joey's album was forgettable, while this has some really nice conscious stuff. that West Coast vibe. You got some emotional, introspective tracks, some good features, Isaiah Rashad. It's not a very cohesive album, but it is a mixtape, so I can't blame him for that. It's a good mixtape, though. There's some really good stuff on here. Then we have Trapline by Snotty Nose Rez Kids. I thought I enjoyed this, or I said it was solid. It was all right when I first listened to it, but dude, I never went back to it ever since. Until obviously this video, and dude, it's just generic trap music. There's nothing more to it. It's not great, dude. There's nothing special about it. Carrie and Lowell by Sufjan Stevens. Boy, oh boy, this is an incredible album. It's very sad. The concept of him losing his mother and kind of diving into their relationship throughout his life and family problems, just everything about him and his family. It is a very, very introspective, emotional album. It is just Sufjan Stevens' soul just pouring out on this album. It's an acoustic album. Obviously, you're not going to come to this for the sonic vibes, but it's very sad, dude. It's a very sad album, and I think the songwriting on here is just absolutely S tier incredible. It hits really hard, dude. I'm going to say this right now. At first, I think I gave it I don't remember what rating I gave it, but I think maybe like an 8.5, 9 out of 10 album. But it's an S. I'm going to say it. We're going to throw it in S. I think everything you go into this album for, the atmosphere that it keeps throughout and how conceptually cohesive it is with incredible songwriting, dude, this album is sad. This album is very, very sad and heavy. It's an S, man. Give it the S rating. Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. I guess I'm not too high on this compared to most people. I've gotten some hate for how I've ranked this, and I think it's a good album. It's just kind of a pop rock, blues rock album. You got some good, really good written songs about like war, but I mean, overall, I feel like it is not the most consistent, cohesive album. There's tracks on here that don't hit too hard. I think there's better rock albums from this era, so I mean, I think it's a good album, but I wouldn't rank it any higher than that. Stars of the Lid. This is a cool meditative album. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's very meditative and like dreamy, ethereal. I feel like this is the album that would pull up if you look up ambient music for meditation or like music to help me sleep, and this is what plays with the rain in the window. But it is really good. I just think it's really long and one-dimensional, and I mean, you hear one track on this and you're good to go. That's all you really need. But oh, I'm not considering mid, am I? I do think it's a good album, but that's really all it is. Far Beyond Driven by Pantera. Fun fact, I went to a Pantera concert this year because it was really close to where I lived, and it was very fun, man. Full of energy. The songs were great. The performance was great. But thrash metal, man, if you want some hard-hitting, punch you in the face, motivate you to go beat some motherfucker up on the streets, don't actually do that, but this is some very hard-hitting metal music, and I think this could be like an amazing album if it wasn't for the track list falling off so hard, because this starts off with some just banger 10 out of 10 metal songs, but towards the second half of this track list, dude, it gets boring. Like the riffs just don't become special, nothing more, nothing new getting thrown into the album. It gets old. It honestly does, and it's not a very long album, so I would throw it in. I think it could be great just because of the highs on this thing with Becoming or the intro track, Strength Beyond Strength. For some of those highs, because those are highs that I've been revisiting since dropping it or since reviewing it, but yeah, it does fall off. I'll give it the great rating though. Brat by Charlie XCX, the ultimate electro pop dance album, hyper pop stuff. And I mean, some people have said it, and you're right. I guess I'm not in my hyper pop phase. I don't enjoy hyper pop. Okay, I've heard a lot of hyper pop. It's not my vibe. Okay, it really isn't. And Brat, like, there's some pretty insane produced tracks on here, and for what this album is and how consistent it really is, it is a great party, like electronic dance pop album, but like I just don't think it's so like S tier, dude. I think people are so high on this album, and you got a great pop album. Yeah, that's it. I mean, not that's it. It's not like it's not a special album. It is a great album, but I'm not ranking it higher than great, dude. I don't think it's amazing or S tier. Twin Fantasy by Car Seat Headrest. This wasn't even the first Car Seat Headrest album I reviewed. I went to Teens in Denial at first, but this was in order. It just kind of got messed up a bit when I threw it in here, but I do not see Teens of Denial anywhere. Where is it at? It's all the way down here. Okay, I reviewed this before this album, so some of the sequencing definitely got messed up. But Twin Fantasy is as emotional as you can imagine indie rock to be, and you got some like art rock vibes here. It kind of has a very sad, lo-fi tone through it throughout the entire album. And I mean, with the songwriting and how heavy it is, dude, this is an amazing album. Like Clockwork by Queens of the Stone Age, dude, this is an amazing album. This is like art rock with some like a stoner rock type of album. It's just some hard-hitting tracks on here, but it's very sad, dude. It's a very introspective album. It's energetic, but like it explores death and some very heavy topics. But there's not a track on here that's like below a 9 out of 10. Dude, this is like my number one album of 2013. Even with some of my all-time favorites outside of like other genres like Long Live ASAP by ASAP Rocky, this is the highest rated album out of 2013 that I've given. I think this could be an S tier. I really don't. I don't see it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're throwing it an S, dude. Queens of the Stone Age, from what I've heard, they have not missed. Give me S tier, dude. Idols by Young Blood, just a boring rock album. I think this was the same guy that people were saying when Ozzy Osbourne died, he was the next one up. I think there was like some mentorship going on, but I don't see why anyone would listen to this music and think that this is the next Ozzy Osbourne, because it's just boring, dude. It's just mid, dry rock music. I mean, look at the color scheme on the cover. That is kind of the flavor you get out of the music. Then we got Tonu Niso Trio. I never knew how to pronounce this album, but it's just jazz music. It's just jazz music. I don't know what else to say about this album. It's a very concise, it's a short album of just jazz music. It's old, and I mean, yeah, if I'm remembering right, it was like just a short album, like 6 or so tracks of just some good old jazz music. If that's what you love, like this is a nice little concise album, but I mean, this has probably gotten sampled into hundreds of better albums. There's better jazz music in general. Like, I just didn't think it was anything special. It's mid. Mullah Said by Muslim Gaz. This album was one of the albums that I hadn't touched since I listened to it. And I mean, it's just some like instrumental, like techno music. If I wanted to explain this, look at the cover. It's like in the desert. That's literally what it sounds like. It's like desert techno. If I had to explain it, it's like desert techno music. It sounds like something that would come out of like a Mario Kart level on my 3DS. And it's like unique. It's nice. It's not bad music, but that's all it is. I don't really enjoy it. Again, it's unique. I guess there is nice soundscapes on here if you like some desert techno, but yeah, I guess that's really all there is to it. It's not something I've been too huge on, so I'd say mid. Castelos and Ruínas, I think that's how you say it. I think it's Castles and Ruins in English. I think this is a Brazil rap album if I'm remembering right. And it was the first album that I listened to that was in another language, and off the bat, it was a great conscious hip hop album. I never even translated this album, but when I heard it at first, like, there's some great like jazz boom bap beats on here. I think his flow is nice, and from what I was hearing throughout the album, I want to assume that his rapping was great as well. When you're listening to this, like it's a very consistent album. The production's nice. I really thought it was a great album, and I maybe do need to go back to it to actually translate it this time, but I mean, I gave it a great rating. I would keep it there. Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. We got an iconic album here, and you would think for how much I fell in love with Deftones that this would just be a throw it in S instantly because it's another new metal album. They got their like rap rock, rap metal style. And it's very angry and energetic. It's introspective while having so much energy, like gym energy. And I love the riffs on here. I love the production, but I wouldn't throw it in S because there's tracks on here that don't hit as hard. There's maybe a track or two that are just decent tracks. It has the highs. It has great songs throughout. I mean, it's a great album. And I don't know, maybe it should be amazing. It looks wrong in the great spot. I don't know why. It looks wrong here. It's a great album, dude. I really love a lot of stuff off here. And I mean, if this grew on me in the slightest, it would be amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it in great. Consumers Park from Chuck Strangers of Pro Era, some boom bap East Coast music, very similar to Joey Badass. I really like the production on this album. Believe it or not, there was a few tracks that I actually added to my playlist because I loved the production. Great jazzy boom bap stuff, but as a whole, it is such an unfinished project. Towards the end, it's like, dude, this is not a finished album. And I mean, it's not a very clear album, thematically. So I'd say it's a mid album, even though I do love some stuff on there. But we got Geo Gaddy next by Boards of Canada. At this point, maybe my favorite instrumental album of all time. The soundscapes on here are so incredible. Similar to Aphex Twin with some IDM ambient techno music, but it's psychedelic and it's a very mysterious feeling album. There's some eerie instrumentals, obviously the sinister theme track, and there's other tracks on here like Sunshine Recorder that I have praised or raved about in the past because it has a very ominous vibe to it, but it's not like a pure haunting track. This just has very unique, mysterious stuff. There's not a track on here that I don't enjoy. I mean, if an instrumental album is gonna be an S tier, it's gonna be this one. But I'm gonna go amazing. Super Fuzz, Big Muff by Mudhoney, some very early grunge vibes and some garage rock vibes. It's very nice. It's very energetic, but it is kind of short. Yeah, I think there's been better grunge stuff, obviously developed with Alice in Chains or Nirvana, clearly, but it is a good album and it's very energetic. So I could go good. Romance by Fontaine's DC was an album that I hadn't listened to since I reviewed it, and I did think it was a great album, but I went back to it and dude, I mean, there's very revisitable stuff on here. A lot of amazing dream pop stuff on here. It's a very dreamy album. Yeah, I mean, you got some dream pop stuff on here, kind of some post-punk, some good melodic stuff on here with the reverb vocals and the nice production. It's very introspective, songs about love. It's a very enjoyable album. I can go great. The Glow Part 2, The Microphones. If you want a peak singer-songwriter autumn fall vibe album right here, dude. This album, listening to this is like sitting in a forest while it's turning fall and the leaves are starting to fall, and it's like that beautiful vibe of it where all the colors or all the leaves are different colors and everything. This album makes me feel like I'm in the forest, man, living with nature, but it's very introspective, very emotional songwriting. It's a big album and just throws you into so much great lyrics. I mean, it just feels like it's from the soul. Again, some very emotional stuff in sad songs. I mean, this thing is amazing, dude. Give me it. Pierce the Veil. Man, I went through 3 Pierce the Veil albums and did not like a single one of them. I do not like Pierce the Veil in the slightest, okay? This is not my band. This is not, I don't like this melodic metalcore stuff, okay? This emo rock. I cannot do this band. The vocals are some of the worst vocals I've heard in the entirety of rock, punk, like metal, all of it, man. It's bad. It's it's just very high-pitched punk stuff, and that is some of my least favorite music. It's not for me at all. Just awful vocals, dude. Throw it in the bad. I'm sorry. Visions of Bodies Being Burned by Clipping, a Halloween horrorcore vibe album. It is a very industrial, loud, noisy album, but it's very dark and like scary, very like avant-garde type of album. But if you love some experimental, very experimental industrial hip hop, this is for you. And I love how it keeps a very cohesive vibe throughout it. It's very experimental. Like I said, this is some heavy stuff here, so I don't replay it, but this album is damn great, dude, with the production and how the songwriting blends in with that horrorcore style that they were going for. So I'd say great. I'd say great. Decide by Joe is a beloved pop album in music. It's got some neo-psychedelia vibes to it, some synth pop tracks. I mean, synth pop all throughout, to be honest. It's a good album. I don't think it's anything crazy, but the vocals are nice. It's nice vibes. It can go good. Introducing by DJ Shadow, along with Gio Gotti, one of the best instrumental albums I've ever heard. And this thing is crazy. I wish we could have some rapping on these beats because that's like an S tier album in the making for sure. Heavy sampling, some sampledelia. It's very atmospheric. It's very kind of some Dark Knight vibes here as well. I mean, this is incredible hip hop production. I want to throw it S, but I already explained, like, it's really hard for me to put an instrumental in S tier. And I mean, as close as these two albums are, there's still tracks that, I mean, I could use as an excuse to not have it in the S. Pinkerton by Weezer, yeah, I still can't get into this album. I mean, it's considered their best album. The Good Life's a great song, but like, dude, I just can't do these like sexual, lonely lyrics. It's a very corny album in my opinion. And there's some really nice riffs on here, and I like the lo-fi kind of raw style, but it's too much with the songwriting for me to enjoy. I still think it's mid. Pyromania by Def Leppard, an enjoyable glam metal album. I can't stand glam metal fans just because they act like grunge is awful. You can't name a better album than Dirt, by the way. Not to get controversial, but there's not a glam metal album that is near the level of Dirt. I'm sorry, but that's not about this video. Pyromania is a good album. The thing about glam metal and kind of just pop rock, especially in the 80s, is it is rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's so recycled over and over. It's just, some of this stuff is literally just pop music with guitar. And there's tracks on here like that. It's got some great highlights, photograph, very fun, energetic stuff. But there's tracks on here that are forgettable, where the riff is like just nothing better than anything else that was already done. It's kind of a one-dimensional album. So damn near close to a mid, because no, it's not. No, I take that back. It's a good album. The Evolution of the Rose, my goodness, Lil Skies in 2025 is unreal. I mean, if you're going back to his old stuff like Magic, I mean, that's nostalgic. Yeah, Lust, good song, but not any new stuff, dude. What? This is I don't even, dude, no, this is if there's a tier below bad, it's that, like, a garbage, atrocious. it's going there. This album sucks. Honestly, it's disrespectful for, you know what? Let's add another one. Oh, motherfucker. I deleted the row. All right, sorry about that. We are back after some technical difficulties, but we are adding a tier below it because this is just disrespectful to have this Lil Skies album even on this tier. But this is atrocious, an atrocious attempt to make some like garbage music, sure. Ego Trip by John Michael and Anthony James, soulful hip hop. If you're a sucker for that chipmunk soul music, here you go. If you love The College Dropout by Kanye, here you go. This album gets overrated, man. It's not an S tier. Don't even try to make me put it in S tier or amazing. It's a good album, okay? There's some really good performances on here, but this production has been done before, and it's been done before better. The production's not the most diverse. I mean, it's just some soulful hip hop. That's really all it is. It's kind of one-dimensional sonically. It's a good album. I'm not putting it higher. Revenge Seekers, chaotic, experimental fun, just a party of bass-heavy, digicore, hyperpop. I mean, hyperpop influence, not pure hyperpop tracks, but dude, this album is so fun to listen to. So many bangers. This is rage music done at its absolute finest, and it's not even pure rage, but the blend of rage and digicore, experimental avant-garde type of stuff. Yeah, give me an amazing. Well. We're gonna go great. Actually, it's not on this tier. DOA, the third and final report of Throbbing Gristle, is a very noisy industrial album with some very freaking terrifying tracks. Hamburger Lady and the backstory of that track. Listening to this like alters your mind, dude. This stuff like messes your mind up. Like it is absolutely terrifying, dark stuff, dude, and very noisy industrial stuff. I would never just listen to it for fun, but for the soundscapes and everything, I mean, this is a great album. Magic Alive. You want some conscious jazz rap? Here you go, man. I mean, this is a great album from 2025 with the whole idea of carrying someone's legacy on, I guess, a passed away friend through music and family and hanging out. It's a very lush, uplifting album, and it's done amazing. We're gonna throw great. Leaves Turn Inside You by Unwound. I forgot about this album at first. I had to go back to this because I was like, I mean, I could barely remember. And I actually had a song off of this added to my playlist. Which one was it? Treachery or Treachery. I mean, yeah, I had that. I even have that on my playlist. But it's another melancholic, kind of like mysterious, cold vibe album. I mean, a dark cover for a dark atmosphere throughout. Very like night, winter type of album, or even like a Halloween fall vibe, because there is some post-hardcore stuff here, some kind of dark stuff here. I'm honestly not huge on this entire album, but it's just something I haven't revisited that much. So I do think it's a great album, still have the same opinion on it when I revisited it, or when I reviewed it at first, so I think it could be a great rating. Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska. This is a great singer-songwriter album. It's very just heavy or focused on the songwriting and lyrics throughout, and the concepts and stories that he tells throughout these albums. It's acoustic. I think it's a good album. It's nothing crazy. I feel like I've listened to albums that are heavy on that songwriting. Like The Glow Part 2 is literally one of them. Another singer-songwriter album that is better and much better. Senna Volume 1. Oh my gosh. This deserves its own tier as well. Dude. Next. Oh, that's so bad. I still don't even know to this day. Is this a genuine like joke album? Was the person making this album doing it as a joke, or is he just so awful at making music? Because sometimes it makes me wonder, when I was listening to some of those tracks, like, is he actually trying to make good music? This is terrible. Ants from Up There by Black Country New Road. I mean, you want some good songwriting, go to this album, dude. This is poetic. A very bittersweet indie rock album, but there's like some art rock stuff here. I think sonically it doesn't intrigue me that much, but dude, you listen to the songwriting and the emotion on this album. Oh my gosh, this is in-depth songwriting. And if you love that, if you want that, dude, go listen to this album because it is incredible. An incredible album. This, I don't enjoy it like an S tier album. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's going to be an amazing tier. But dude, I really do. I could see myself putting this in S tier. Like if this grew on me more, if I started to listen to it more, but it's not an album that I really revisit like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go amazing today. Power, Corruption, and Lies by New Order. Now this should have been the like third album on this tier list because this was after Unknown Pleasures. This was the new band that took place after the singer to this passed away, or the lead artist or whatever. But I don't know why this, again, the sequencing got messed up. It's actually frustrating because I have these all in order on my phone, and now I have to go like search for them. So it's kind of all messed up. But I enjoyed Unknown Pleasures more. This album is more of like a synth pop type of album. I mean, I gave it a good rating at first, but I mean, coming back to it, I don't really care for it that much. I think the intro was it the intro track? There's a really high song on this album, but it's hard because I just enjoy this Unknown Pleasures album much more. I can give it the good rating though. Jar of Flies. Jar of Flies, Jar of Flies, Alice in Chains, man. I'm throwing this an S, and I don't need any other discussion. This is a long video, so I mean, I got to get to all these albums. So I don't need to explain much for albums that, I mean, it's absolutely depressing, heart-wrenching songwriting, acoustic vibes of grunge. Dude, it hurts. Nutshell could literally make me cry, so it's S. Death Spells by Holy Fawn. I'm going to this album a lot more lately because this is an album that I had a couple songs on my playlist off of the album, but it wasn't one of those that I started listening to the whole album. And now I am because I love shoegaze, and this is rich shoegaze music, post-metal, dream pop stuff. Like it's like a dream metal almost, very atmospheric. While it'll I cannot talk. All right, so it is very atmospheric, very dreamy stuff here, while then it explodes into just a hard-hitting metal banger. I love the cover of this album. It's a beautiful cover, and it honestly fits the vibe of the album with the shoegaze. But give me an amazing rating. I genuinely could see this being an S tier, like as a hot take, obviously, but dog, that's some incredible production on that album. Inside by Bo Burnham. It's not my place to review this album, okay? I got requested it, so yeah, obviously I'm going to throw it in this video, but I'll say it right now. It's not my duty to review this album because I didn't watch the movie, so who am I to call this a bad album? I don't enjoy it. I already said that before. I don't enjoy this album at all. It's just some goofy, quirky, I guess supposed to be funny stuff, but if you've watched the movie, you probably enjoy it much more, and I haven't watched the movie, so probably not the right person to review that, but that's just how I feel about it. Recently by Liana Flores. Now, I don't usually give EPs high ratings because an EP is usually just a short burst of songs, unless it's like Sylvia Demo by Isaiah Rashad, and it literally just feels like a full album. But I mean, it's nice. You got some folk pop singer-songwriter stuff here. It's very emotional as well. Vocals are nice, but again, it's just an EP. It's nice. It's good. Hurricane Hymn. If you want some ancient Rome music, go ahead and listen to the first piece of music ever recorded. I want to see someone's reaction of just watching this video and looking at the albums in the bottom and being like, what is this? What is this album? I guess we'll get into it. But yeah, no, it's a Hurricane Hymn, number 6 or something. This is like ancient Rome, 1400 BC music. All right, dude. Dude, it's not good. It's so old. Like I'm not gonna. I shouldn't even be reviewing this. I have nothing to say about this, dude. I'm not throwing it an S, but I guess mid. Girl with Basket of Fruit by Juju. I got clowned calling this the artist Zuzu. I guess it's Juju or Shushu. I think it's Shushu or Juju. I think it's Juju, but Shushu, whatever it is. This album is just, I mean, I think coming back to this, I could respect it more because it's just such an experimental album, okay? The vocals are unlistenable. It's a very disturbing album. It's like death industrial music, but that's the purpose of it sounding like he has this frightened delivery, his voice is shaking and stuff. And I mean, coming back to it, I thought this was a bad album. I thought it was awful the first time I listened to it, but it's kind of crazy. I see the vision now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I see the vision of this album, and it really does fit really well. Very haunting, disturbing album, but I wouldn't rank it higher than good. I don't enjoy this, and some stuff on here is so whack, but I see the vision, so we can go good. When the Kite String Pops, sludge metal at its finest, dude. You want some crazy sledged out, just Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah, dude. This is actually an awesome album because it is some awesome riffs on here, sludgy metal, dark riffs, dark songwriting, just a very aggressive delivery. Honestly, not as high on it as I first heard it because it's not an album that I want to listen to start to finish because I do get tired of it. But for what it is, dude, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. Man, I even gave a re-review to this at one point because people love this album and I don't love it in the slightest. You want some pop rock? Sure. I mean, it's like power pop stuff. It's not my type of rock music. It reminds me of that garbage Weezer album from 2009 for that top 10 worst rated albums. It's a specific style of like power pop, geek rock, emo, quirky stuff. Like it's not for me, dude. I do not enjoy this. I can't sit down and listen to it. It's going bad. And then Guess It's Just Life. I mean, it's basically AJR's Long Lost Brothers. This is just dry, boring music. Soundtracks for the Blind is an amazing album. Some experimental rock music. It's got a dark vibe to it as well. Another avant-garde type of album. It's got a lot of dark, ominous Halloween tracks. It's a big album, man. It's such a big album. It's hard to listen to start to finish like that. There's stuff on here that is definitely forgettable, but it's a great album. I'd throw it in great. And then Tinderbox by Susie and the Banshees. I mean, this is some amazing ethereal art pop music, and it's kind of like another gothic rock type of album, which isn't my cup of tea, but this album's very enjoyable. I love the color scheme on this cover. Like, I don't know. I love this album cover, but it's a very ethereal post-punk album with some great performances, great highs on it. It's a great album. Street Cleaner by Godflesh, one of those sludge metal, super industrial metal albums, similar to When the Kite String Pops, but this one's even heavier. This album is killer, and I think this album goes too far for me with the distortion and noise doom metal, but it is really good when it comes to some killer sludge metal stuff. Like, very heavy. I'm going to throw it in great. And then Moving Pictures by Rush is such an incredible album. I just do really love progressive rock. It's such a easy to respect type of genre because of the technicality that comes into play looking at a band like Pink Floyd. But this album also just such a creative album, such unique, amazing soundscapes, some of the best progressive rock out there. Throw it in amazing. Smile by Porter Robinson. I mean, I wasn't huge on this album. Cool little energetic, bright pop album, electro pop album, but I can't pinpoint what it is about Porter Robinson that I don't enjoy. It's just not special to me. I can't, like, it's super energetic production with some of the other albums that I listen to. I think Nurture down here, but nothing stands out, I guess. There's nothing that, like, the vocals, production, songwriting, nothing is super standout to me, but nothing's bad. So I'd say good still. It's just not going to go any higher. Since I Left You by the Avalanches. Oh my gosh, I love this album. This is, how could you not enjoy Since I Left You? This is just a dance, sample heavy, like tropical Hawaii vibe, Florida vibe album. This album is what vacation sounds like, dude. When I'm thinking about like childhood memories of going to Florida or California or something, like this is what vacation sounds like. And the whole idea of like leaving someone, and since I leave you, man, I'm enjoying my motherfucking life. At least that's what I take it as. Super fun, island, tropical, summer dance music, very sample heavy. Dude, oh my gosh, this is also a instrumental that could, man, S. I mean, if this goes S, I'm throwing the Glow Part 2 in S, but I'm going to keep the S's to where they're at right now. I'm keeping this in amazing, but man, that is such a fun album. Hotel Diablo by MGK. I can definitely say this is one of the best MGK albums I've listened to. Maybe the best, because it does feel very raw and emotional. Like, this is stuff coming from his soul, okay? Like, it's pretty emotional, but he's such a boring artist that even his best album is going to be mid, because he's just not an incredible songwriter. Even if it is emotional, it's not incredible songwriting. The production is super dry, so it's still mid. The Documentary by The Game. You would think as a rap fan that I love this album because it's a West Coast classic. It's a gangster rap classic, but I don't see anything special about The Game in general. And with this, his debut, it's carried by the features and the production. You have production contributions from Dr. Dre. You have features of Busta Rhymes, 50 Cent. Like, every standout is from the beat or the feature. The Game never once blew me away on this album. I'm close to throwing it in mid, but because of some of those standouts like Hate It or Love It, I'm gonna throw it in good. Deceit by This Heat was an album that like I had to fully revisit because for some reason I could not remember this album. I just couldn't remember anything off of here, but it's another rock album that is just super industrial, experimental, avant-garde. It's dark. It's another great album. Those super unique albums that are very different from the mainstream are always enjoyable. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. Already heard this one, but so happy that I got recommended this just so I could praise it. It's one of my favorite rap albums of all time. Maybe the best summer album that I could name. Dude, I love this album so much. This is a part of my soul. It's coming to me to the grave. Lupe Fiasco's rapping and writing ability is incredible. Very conscious style, but you got some pop rap, very jazzy tracks here. Kanye production. I think Just Blaze had a track or two. if I'm remembering right. But the production on this album is absolutely incredible. This is like one of my favorite parts about the album is how amazing this production is. Not a track misses sonically. Keeps you a very energetic summer vibe throughout it, and all the features, man. Some of the vocals by some of these features and the choruses, like Gemini, man. What an amazing album. In Perikipe by, I still don't know how to say the name of this artist, Kataira, Ka, Kayatara. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a recent metal album, but it doesn't even remind me of like metal music. It's instrumental, but like very, very unique metal stuff. It's not the metal you would imagine, like a hard-hitting, heavy sludge metal. It's like a very bright, it's more of a bright vibe of metal. Just look at the cover. It's not something I revisit. It's cool, but nothing about it is special to me. Spiderland by Slyn. I can probably say right now, this was the worst review that I did because I disagree with it so much now. This is an amazing album, dog. The songwriting on this is so amazing. It is so emotional, so raw. It's dark. It's super depressive. I mean, it's just from the heart music. There's no disappointments on this album. I can't believe I gave this a 6.5. Amazing, dude. Amazing. I love this. I mean, I really do love this album now. This songwriting is incredible. So sad. Mezzanine by Massive Attack. You just get some peak trip hop stuff out of here. Still like the album. I've never had that much to say about it because it's just amazing trip hop music. I mean, I just really love the production about it, and that's it. Like, I love all these sonic soundscapes. So it's all I really ever have to say about it. But yeah, it's a great album. Definitely Maybe by Oasis. For as simple as this album is, it is so fun. It is so enjoyable. I like the vocals. Love the vibe. It's like just a 90s summer. I feel like this is what I picture the sound of summer from a 90s year, like 1995 or something, if that makes sense. There's forgettable stuff on here. Again, it's very one-dimensional sonically, but there's some very fun stuff on here. I'm a rock and roll star tonight. Very fun, love, sick Nujabes. Nujabes, man, this album is so sad considering this was after his passing, I'm pretty sure. But the vibe of Nujabes music is just it's so peaceful. His music is so peaceful but emotional at the same time. So it's just like kind of a breeze walk on the beach type of album. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, it's not a bright album, but like it's just a very relaxing, bittersweet exploration, and I love his production style. I mean, dude, anything else to say about that? I could see it going in amazing, but I think no, I'm just looking at these albums in amazing tier. Absence by Dalek, terrifying fucking cover. I remember seeing this cover for the first time and thinking, dude, what are you recommending me? What are y'all recommending me, man? This shit is scary. Y'all are trying to scare me to death. But when it comes to this super experimental industrial style of hip hop, and even when it's rock music, it's very similar to progressive rock. It's so easy to respect because it's so creative. It is so creative. It is not generic at all. It's very away from the mainstream boundaries. This one is very avant-garde. Obviously, look at this terrifying cover, if you can even see it from here, but it's very dark, disturbing, scary album. Very noisy, industrial, like I said, so it's great. Definitely great. Song of Sage, Post Panic by Navy Blue. I mean, just a great abstract, jazzy, conscious rap album. I mean, you got some great rapping, great production. Honestly, one of the best in that abstract scene of rap. It's gonna go great. Play by Moby. You got some cool ambient stuff here, some ambient pop. I mean, it's like a kind of some dance stuff here. A lot of heavy sampling. I like the highs of this, but it's overall not a crazy project. Some forgettable stuff. It's good. Pure Heroine by Lorde, just a very nostalgic pop album. Not in the aspect of, oh, I heard these songs in my childhood. Because, yeah, they are nostalgic in that aspect, but the pure vision of this album is for it to feel nostalgic. Like, oh, you're growing up. It's the point of your life where you're letting your childhood go behind and you kind of miss those vibes. Some very, very sad stuff on here, honestly. It's a very emotional pop record, but a lot of these tracks are kind of, there's mid tracks on here. So the standouts are so good, though. It's a good album. Soul Lady by Yukika. Now, I expected when I reviewed this to say, don't recommend me K-pop. I don't enjoy K-pop, and I really don't. Like, for what I've heard in K-pop, it's not good. But this album is so good because the production is amazing. The synthy, dancey, disco music. It is such a danceable album. Absolutely love it when it comes to the production. Very fun. It's just hard to listen to something that's in a different language, but the vibes are there, dude. The vibes are immaculate. I could dance to this album. Very fun disco dance pop album. So it can go great because of that, actually. Amazing production. Oh my. What a difference from a K-pop album to Death Consciousness. This album's like a threat, dude. I really think this album's a threat. Dude, you can't play this album to someone that's like going through something. Like, do not play this album to someone that deals with like depression or something. This is not a healthy album. I'm telling you right now. This is not healthy in the slightest. Some and very, very emotional and then super noisy industrial soundscapes. I'm not gonna put it in S because there's definitely some tracks that it goes on for too long or whatever it is, but man, definitely is heavy, very, very heavy. Asunder, Sweet, and Other Distress by Godspeed You, Black Emperor. Now, I didn't think this album was incredible, but from what I saw in the comments when I reviewed this, there's much better albums from this band. But I mean, yeah, this album, some cool post-rock, ambient metal stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't really care for it. It's all right. Rock Tongue Baby by U2. Oh my gosh, this was being recommended to me for such a long time. It was months of getting recommended this before I finally dove into it. I mean, it's an alternative rock album. I like the other U2 albums better. This is probably my least favorite U2 work, matter of fact. I just didn't like the songwriting that much. Even just the production. I didn't care for it. It was a lot different for their sound, but not for me. It's mid. When Angels Cry by Jev. I mean, Jev is underrated. Really nice, conscious, abstract style. Some boom bap beats here. Nice rapping. I mean, overall, it's a very solid. Where'd it go? Oh, overall, very solid album. I'd say good. The Seer by Swans. Another very avant-garde, noisy, industrial, experimental, apocalyptic feeling album. Another one of those albums that just sounds like the end of the world. It's very haunting and dark. But with this album, I don't know, it kind of reached a point because I heard another Swans album. It was much better. And for this one, there's some cool stuff on here. I love the ominous vibe to it, but it gets old, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It definitely gets old. So I'd say good. I wouldn't put it any higher. Liquid Swords by Jizza is absolute S tier. It's definitely going to go S tier. One of those albums that, yes, I heard before, but some of the best rapping of all time on this entire album. Some of the best production of all time from RZA on this entire album. Peak East Coast boom bap stuff. The soundscapes are incredible. Yeah, it's S. The Stage by Avenged Sevenfold. This was a fun album. Not one that I revisit like that, but again, it's progressive metal and has so much put into the production. It's a very heavy metal album. I mean, yeah, like I said, easy to respect, but it is very enjoyable. Some incredible soundscapes on here. Should I go great? I could see this being in great, but yeah, we're gonna go great actually for Avenged Sevenfold. Murs Beat by Mersbo. It's just noise. It's just noise, man. It's noise rock, but like, dude, it's just distorted noise. That's the album. I mean, I respected it at first because yeah, I guess it has a unique sound, but at the same time, like going back to it, it's just noise. That's all it is, man. Now, Hole in the Heart by Ram Lay, though, this just death album. It literally feels like the aftermath of the world ending. And that's kind of what this picture resembles, whatever that picture in the middle is there. But you listen to this and it's just like this sound of doom and despair. It's literally just doom and despair. It sounds like a meteor's hit the earth. Everyone is literally dead. And now it's just a haunting death soundscape. This is like the sound of impending doom if that could have a noise. So, dude, there's some pretty dark stuff here. We're gonna go great. We're Not Here to Be Loved by Fleshwater, some metal, shoegaze stuff, post-hardcore. It's a great one. It reminds me of Deftones, and obviously how much I love Deftones now, but coming back to this album, it's highly replayable for me. Awesome production, awesome riffs and soundscapes, and I mean, the vocals are nice. I think it is a great album. I could push for this to be amazing, matter of fact. Well, we'll hold back there. That's too far, but it's a great album. Beneath the Toxic Jungle by Rav. I mean, there's some cool production on here. There's some like jazzy stuff, some cloudy, dreamy stuff. Just an experimental abstract production. But I don't like the rapping. I don't like the choice of lyrics for the most part. That ruins it for me, honestly, because it makes me just forget about it. But the production's, I really do enjoy the production on a lot of tracks. Void 00, you want some drone metal? Here you go. I mean, it's drone metal, and it's drone metal. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere from there, but it's an incredible sound. It's very, futuristic, I want to say, because it just sounds like, it sounds like it wasn't made by human. It's like some incredibly, like, heavy stuff. So, Void 00, Sun O is enough to go great. The Downward Spiral by 9 Inch Nails. Another one of those albums similar to Death Consciousness that like is literally a dangerous album. The title speaks for the concept, the downward spiral. It is the downward spiral of someone's mental health, of someone's just human psyche, and someone just absolutely losing their mind, becoming nihilistic and suicidal and angry. It's very dark while you have industrial production, noisy metal. This is one of the best albums that I have heard when it comes to a depressing metal album. I'm putting this thing in S. I mean, it's dark, dude. It's really incredible also because I know what the downfall of a human psyche is like. Like I know exactly how that scenario plays out of starting off like not good and just losing your mind more and more and more and going further down that hole in your head. And this is a very accurate album. Like this is incredibly fleshed out. So that's S. Pierce the Veil is trash, and Blowout Comb is some of the jazziest rap music of the 90s and really of all time. I mean, it's some really cool jazz production and rapping here. It's a very enjoyable album. I'm throwing that in great. Pieces of a Man by Mick Jenkins. I felt so bad calling this a T-Pab ripoff. And I'm not gonna call it that, but like it's just some conscious abstract jazz rap, and it feels like it's a huge influence from T-Pab, but the thing is, like, there's not more in-depth songwriting. Um, I that's just really all there is to it. It's an abstract rap album. There's some good songs out here, but it's kind of bloated. Um, yeah, I thought it was all right, but I could probably put it in good now. I feel like there's some tracks that have stuck with me, but overall, it's not a very rememberable album. Nonagon Infinity by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Great rock band, great album. Psychedelic garage rock stuff, some progressive stuff. Man, it's fun. It's energetic. No tracks on here miss. It's just such a fun psychedelic rock album. It's honestly, I highly recommend it for a fan of anyone, any rock fan, but if you love some psychedelic rock stuff, give it a listen, man. This is an energetic, really fun album. Another one of those albums that it would be a really hot take, but I could throw this in the amazing tier with some of these albums up here. The Shape of Punk to Come. Usually, I'm not the biggest fan of punk music. I usually lean into more grunge, hard rock, metal stuff. But this is one of the best punk albums I've ever heard. Maybe the best punk album out there. At least with some of the highs on this thing. Post-hardcore, do enjoy that a lot, so I see why I enjoy the album. But a lot of this is rich punk vibes, and you got some metal stuff here, but like hard hitting, very in-depth songwriting throughout. I mean, this thing is layered. It's amazing, man. I could act. Oh, dude, I might do it. We're gonna go amazing for this album. Let's do it. Well, there is the elephant in the room. Has Been Hotel. Goated MF Doom. Has Been Hotel, Has Been Hotel. Oh my gosh. I remember seeing the recommendation and wondering, did I just get recommended Has Been fucking Hotel? Like, is this actually, is this real? And I ended up listening to it. Awful. 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 The comments on this short were hilarious because everyone's like, do not let this man recommend him an album ever again. Dude, that was hilarious. It's worthy of its own tier. Has Been Hotel. Oh, that's the worst soundtrack ever made, dude. It is bad. It is so bad. Oh, it's so bad. That's a win for the deaf, dude. Rage Against the Machine. This is the first cover. There's 3 covers that I blurred out, but some of them, because they're blurred out or because they're smaller, they don't even look that blurred out, but had to blur out this cover. Rage Against the Machine is some really fun punk metal rap stuff. Very rebellious and aggressive. It's a political album. I think the riffs kind of, some of the riffs towards the end aren't crazy to me. Kind of one-dimensional, but it's a great album. Bergtat by Ulver was an interesting album because it's pagan metal or pagan metal, and I was never familiar with that, but some, it's atmospheric, but pretty heavy. It's nothing insane, but I do think it was a very unique, creative album. Sailing the Seas of Cheese by Primus was a cool album. It was interesting because it's a very quirky, goofy album, obviously. Sailing the Seas of Cheese, but it's a very progressive styled avant-garde album, like some great alternative metal stuff on this album. So, I mean, I'll go good. New Abnormal by The Strokes was a very enjoyable album from The Strokes. I like this album a lot because, yeah, it's still introspective. You got some melodic stuff here. They're indie rock, garage rock style, but more leaning into indie rock. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a garage rock album, but it's very polished to the new sound. There's some synthy stuff on here. I think it's a great album. Nurture by Porter Robinson. Yeah, I gave my thoughts on Porter Robinson with Smile, and Nurture's another one. It's a good album. Nothing I would personally revisit though. I mean, some cool glitch hop synthy stuff on here, and it's bright, it's summer vibes, but it's just not the most outstanding thing to me, but I have nothing bad to say about it. Plastic Beach. Gorillas. I love Gorillas. I love Gorillas so much. I was recommended Demon Days after Plastic Beach, but Plastic Beach, I mean, off the bat with some of these rap features of a Mos Def, or I think Doom was on this album as well. And it's hard to explain Gorillas because they are not going to set stone and do one set genre. This album is going to be dance. They're going to have dance stuff, synth pop stuff. It's going to be, there's some psychedelic stuff, psychedelic pop. I mean, on this album, there's like hip hop oriented tracks, art pop. It's a summer vibe. It's electro pop. Like, dude, there's so much that is implemented into Gorillaz music, which makes me love it so much. It is so insanely like diverse. It's such an immersive album. Dog, this is amazing. This is an amazing album. Abomination by Isbroki. Isbroki is just obnoxious to me, and all these tracks are like super short, some chaotic stuff, and like fucking what funk. I don't even know. It's obnoxious to me. Like tries to be political, but it's not. It's just not very enjoyable, dude. I'm gonna go bad. Revolver by the Beatles. Need I say more about what they did to music, and especially with this album going towards that psychedelic rock style? The writing was great. The vocals were great. The vibes were there on every single track. Yeah, that's an S tier, dude. Paramore self-titled. I absolutely love some of the classics on here. Still Into You, Ain't It Fun, nostalgic fun, pop rock style tracks, some punk stuff, but like as a whole, there's tracks that kind of blend together. There's a lot of tracks that blend together actually. I feel like they probably do have a better album, but there's a lot of great stuff on here. There's not really any bad tracks. It's a good album. Visual Thoughts, Bunty Beats, and Gutta Grimy 910. Said it was solid at first. I do still think it's solid, but it's just short, and I feel like it just doesn't have a direction. It's just kind of a collection of some boom bap jazzy tracks, and I do love some of the beats on here. None of them are crazy though, but they are enjoyable. The rapping is not bad. I just think because the lack of direction makes it mid, but there's some good stuff on here. Pierce the Veil is trash, and then we have Father John Misty's Pure Comedy. This is another singer-songwriter folk album that is just an amazingly written album, an amazing direction for this album to have kind of a sarcastic take on reality in the world nowadays, how it's, kind of pure comedy. This concept is incredible, and it was done incredible. I think I can really throw this in S tier. I only gave it like an 8.5, I think, at first, but going back to it, it's just such an incredibly put together fleshed out concept. Concept is done so good. There's no misses on here. It's gonna be an S tier. Black Shape, self-titled. It's basically one massive song. This thing transitions consistently throughout the entire album of just an electric post-metal, post-rock album, and it's great. Some amazing stuff on here. Yeah, I'd say good. We can go good, but there's some really great stuff on here. I think I could make a push for it being a great album, but it is really just one long song, and obviously that it's great, but there's just tracks on here that they do blend together. They aren't as hard hitting as some of the highlights on here. The High School Tape by Dugwai, Dugyu, HG. I mean, it just gets to a point, dude. The High School Tape, the College Dropout. It's chipmunk soul, hip hop soul stuff. Like this is Kanye, dude. It just gets to a point. Like you can have inspiration and want to go with style. Like look at Ego Trip. That was a College Dropout inspired album with the chipmunk soul. That 100% it was. But when it comes to this, you literally named it the High School Tape. And like everything about this is a Kanye ripoff. I'm sorry, it's so unoriginal. Saturday Night Wrist. Okay, so this is not the best album I've been recommended because we'll get to some of those 10s that I've been recommended, but this is my favorite. And I might give this a 10 out of 10 one day. I don't care about Pink Cell Phone. I actually think Pink Cell Phone is not a bad track. It's super atmospheric and experimental, fitting the concept, but Saturday Night Wrist by Deftones, dude. This album, this recommendation changed my life. It put me onto my favorite rock band, one of my favorite albums of all time. This is probably going to be my most played by the end of the year. This album is absolutely incredible. Some alternative, atmospheric, metal. Perfect shoegaze album. I love the post-hardcore, hard-hitting metal bangers like a Rats, Rats, Rats. Love the more atmospheric, ethereal tracks with more melodic courses, hooks like a Xerxes or Cherry Waves. Perfect heavy late night album. I mean, there's just this heavy atmosphere and it's so just floaty atmospheric consistently. What an incredible album. Easily an S for sure. And out of all of the recommendations I've had, this is the one that I have fallen in love with the most. And like I said, it was my favorite. It's the one I've listened to the most. Obviously, the one that's my favorite, I'm going to listen to the most. So, yeah, to point that out, I can't put this album down. Imaginal Disc, though. We go from Saturday Night Wrist to Imaginal Disc. This is the best pop album ever made. Argue with a wall. Psychedelic, dancey, synthy, ethereal, lush pop music with absolute incredible vocals, incredible soundscapes, incredible songwriting about self-transformation. Best pop album ever made. If that's a 10, or if, no, I got to give this a 10 one day. I'm honestly about to give this shit a 10. I have this. I went from a 9 out of 10 to a 9.5 out of 10. It's such a perfect pop album, dude. Trippy Red, A Love Letter to You. Coming up with the SoundCloud wave, some emo rap, pop rap. It's mid. I mean, he has some of his best stuff on here, but as a whole, there's no direction and just plenty mid tracks. In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. Man, this is progressive rock peak. Similar to how I was talking about Rush, this is just such a creative album with its art rock blended with progressive instrumentals, jazz stuff. It's the instrumentation on this is amazing, dude. And this feels like a big fantasy. It's such an epic album. Yeah, that's an S, dude. It's an S. Teens of Denial by Car Seat Headrest. How I was talking about Twin Fantasy. I listened to this one first. I don't know why this was so deep into the list, but I love this album. I love this album. Not many lows on it. A great indie garage rock album. I love the anxious vibes on it with like modern anxiety and dealing with the world today and kind of letting your childhood go, letting your past go. It's very bittersweet. Yeah, that's close to an S tier, but I think I'm gonna ultimately put it in amazing. Kiss by Carly Rae Jepsen. I mean, I do love teen pop for, well, I wouldn't say love it, but I really enjoy it for the fact of how nostalgic it feels. I mean, even artists that like I grew up hearing their stuff like Rihanna, like that stuff is nostalgic. It's so rich of like my childhood. It's not like I sat down and listened to it every day, but when you hear that in the car when you're like a little kid, and it's like that stuff becomes so nostalgic. And so when you have an album that is nothing but that dance teen pop, that's so nostalgic. And I like this album, but it's pop music that is kind of rinse and repeat. She ended up having way better albums out later on in her career. There's some great stuff on here, but overall was kind of unpolished, or should I say too polished with some of the repetitive tracks. Hello All Your Friends by Taking Back Sunday, a pretty nostalgic album also. It kind of sounds like a summer or a fall of like early. It's kind of similar to like, this was a teen pop album. This is like a teen punk album. This is like a teen emo pop punk album. Kind of resembles like the 2000s, a lot of that childhood vibe stuff. And that album cover for some reason emits so much nostalgia as well. I'm gonna throw this in good. Blink 182 reminds me of Pierce the Veil, and I don't enjoy them in the slightest. They're trash. You can actually go back to my review of that. I tried so hard to be generous about them. I mean, I like I was saying, it's not my style of music, but like, I mean, the production is pretty good, but like, dude, I just don't like the vocals at all. The vocals ruin it, and even going back to it, the production isn't outstanding. There's better produced punk albums out there. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance. Well, My Chemical Romance is kind of similar to Pierce the Veil in the aspect of they have a very dedicated fan base, and they also have a similar style of music. I hate the fucking vocals. The vocals suck. I can't do it, but this isn't going to be a bad rating. I'm going to give it a mid because of the concept. There's a revolving concept consistent throughout this album. I can't even say it specifically. It's something to deal with giving like your soul to the devil for your soulmate. And it feels very passionate. It's some melodic metalcore. It's just not my style of music in the slightest, but if it wasn't for that concept, it would be a bad album. The craziest album I've ever been recommended is Hatred for Mankind by Dragged Into Sunlight. Now I blurred this out because you can see the cover. You know why I blurred it out, but it's barely even blurred out because these covers are so small. What a wild album cover. This is the most insane, wild album cover I've ever seen in my life, for sure. Insane, and I mean, the title's Hatred for Mankind. The cover is a lady giving birth to a Klans member with the Klan around her. It's just crazy death metal, doom metal, very sludgy, distorted, dark shit, dude. I mean, if you like that, go ahead and listen to it. And I'm gonna put it in good because there is some heavy stuff on here, but it kind of hurts my ears. I can't even lie. Blush by Kevin Abstract. I mean, I heard this before the recommendation because it was a new rap album this year. Some pop rock, alt bedroom pop type of stuff. It's kind of summer vibes, nostalgic love, bittersweet childhood stuff here. But there was just not many standouts, honestly. It's just kind of forgettable. Glimmer of God by Jean Dawson. In my review, I said Gene Dawson, I think. But Jean Dawson, I reviewed another one of his albums later on, but some art pop, synth pop, psychedelic stuff. But I just not too huge on Jean Dawson. Stuff doesn't really stand out to me. The Greatest Story Never Told by Saigon is a criminally underrated East Coast rap album with some boom bap, soulful stuff. There's production contributions from Kanye West, Just Blaze. I've never heard of this in my life, but dude, there's some amazing highlights on this album. Like, I'm gonna throw this in great. It's honestly an underrated rap album that people should probably check out. In the Aeroplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. Not my favorite genre of music, folk. I've made that clear. It's not something I replay every day of my life. But when it comes to the songwriting on this album, how passionate and poetic it is, it's really incredible, honestly. It's a very bittersweet album as well. It's amazing. It's gonna go amazing. Glass Houses by Billy Joel is kind of straight to the point. Some pop rock stuff here, some very energetic summer vibes almost. I wouldn't say summer, but it's some energetic pop rock stuff. Forgettable tracks on here, but good tracks on here. I'd say good. Injury Reserve self-titled. I mean, experimental hip hop peak. Injury Reserve has some of the best experimental hip hop of the 2010s and recent years. Some glitch hop, hardcore stuff in here. Industrial avant-garde. Very pushes that experimental sound really well. It's a great album. Dark Angels by Space Goes Perp. Haha. You know me with cloud rap. Love cloud rap. Songwriting and rapping on here, and just the choice of lyrics might be god awful, but it's also some of the best production in rap. I'll say it, dude. The dark, like Memphis inspired cloud rap. It is such a dark, late night atmospheric album. Very, very boastful from Space Goes Perp. A lot of confident lyrics, but I mean, you're coming to this for some ethereal, incredibly produced tracks. I mean, MLB might be one of the best hip hop tracks of all time, production wise. So that's a great album. If it wasn't for a few mid to forgettable tracks and, you know, obviously just the lyricism, it could be amazing. The Cold Vein by Cannibal Ox. I said it when I got recommended this. This is maybe the most underrated hip hop album of all time. I heard this and it blew my mind that I haven't heard this before, because this is an incredibly produced album from LP and incredible rapping and deliveries, giving you that cold winter vibe of like the city. It's very experimental, dude. It's very experimental. The highlights are high. Amazing album. Illinois by Sufjan Stevens. This is not Carrie and Lowell level, although when I reviewed it, I said I enjoyed it more than Carrie and Lowell, but Carrie and Lowell growed on me while Illinois died on me. I mean, I think Chicago is one of the most meaningful tracks I've ever been recommended out of all these albums. It's such a meaningful, powerful message. But a lot of the folk, chamber folk stuff on here, it just kind of bores me. I mean, the songwriting is really, really in-depth. It's a nice historical album, but it's very lush too. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but I'm gonna go great. I let it in and it took everything by Loathe. Shoegaze, man. Shoegaze is so ethereal. It is so enjoyable. Some really heavy metal stuff here and atmospheric stuff. Give me great. That's a great album. Ultra 85 by Logic. It's crazy that Logic has a 0 out of 10 awful album and also has a very underrated album from 2024. I mean, I haven't even heard this, and I hadn't heard it in 2024 until I got recommended this, and it could literally be one of the standouts of the year. I wouldn't have it top 5, maybe not top 10, but like it really is a nice boom bap East Coast album. He has a lot of good lyrics, like a lot of great rapping, a lot of thoughtful concepts here. It's uplifting. This is a great album from Logic, man. You gotta give him props. Bando Stone and the New World by Childish Gambino is such a forgettable album. I mean, there's some nice stuff on here, but dude, it's so messy. It goes from some experimental hip-hop tracks to some like indie rock, like pop rock, to some industrial heavy stuff. There's just so much stuff in here, and it's cool that it's immersive. It's very diverse, but like it doesn't follow a concept. It's just messy, dude. Flash Desire by Yabu Jean. I mean, I love cloud rap, and this has a lot of cloud rap like elements to it. It's very ethereal and a lot of sample heavy stuff. It's experimental, but this album is just short. A lot of the tracks are short. It feels unfinished. I enjoy. I mean, out of mid album, some of the tracks on here I revisit more than any of these albums as a whole. But there's just not much to it. I'm not gonna be biased and give it a good rating because I enjoy one song or two songs. Drugs by Aphex Twin. I mean, for Aphex Twin, this honestly isn't the greatest album. He has obviously selected ambient works, and this is a nice IDM album, some good ambient tracks here. But it's a very complex album. There's a lot of very chaotic tracks. There's a lot of forgettable tracks, though. It's very big. It's a very big album, a lot of forgettable stuff. I'm gonna put it in good, but the amount of bloat on that thing could make me bring it down lower. So as much as I love Aphex Twin and gave it a great rating at first, I'd probably lower that. The Ghost Pop tape by Devon Hendricks is a depressed person classic, I guess. I mean, with Peggy, this is like the lowest point of his life, man. It is a super, super heavy album. He's suicidal, dude. He's talking about a lot of emotional stuff. And I mean, the outro track is basically him saying, like, I'm done. Like, there's some really dark stuff here, but it's a very dreamy lo-fi album. It sounds like a faded memory in the middle of the night. The amount of sex samples holds it back, but overall, man, there's some great stuff on here. There's also a lot of just inconsistencies. So as much as I want to put it great, there's too many inconsistencies for me to put it higher than good. Learn to Swim by Red Veil, some jazz conscious rap. I think some of the structures to the songwriting could have been put together better. I think there's some messiness to the concept and to the how it runs together, but it's a good album. Enter the Stage by Black Moon, another underrated rap album, man. You want some East Coast boom bap beats with amazing chemistry? Go listen to this album, man. It's super fun. Some gangsta jazz rap, great chemistry throughout, fun production. Very underrated album. That's a great album. And then with Dalek from Filthy Tongue of Gods and Griots, I mean, another great hip hop album. Like I said, Dalek makes some incredibly experimental and avant-garde stuff. A very, very like one of a kind. No one else is making stuff like this. So industrial hip hop, noisy, ominous, dark, similar to the other album, but this thing is just so great, dude. I could put this in amazing, but we're gonna go great. Hello Nasty by Beastie Boys. I mean, some of my favorite produced Beastie Boys tracks on this album. It got very polished as time went on. It wasn't so dated. When you look at some of their classics, they are a little dated, like Paul's Boutique, but it's some nice East Coast boom bap stuff here. It's a good album. I could go great. Oh, oh my gosh, I forgot about Angelic to the Core. Oh, this is terrible. This is another album that, like, I genuinely don't even know. Is this done as a joke, or is he just so brain dead and awful at making music that he made one of the worst albums ever made? I don't even have any, like, passion in my voice to talk about how awful this is. This is has-been level, has-been hotel level, dude, but that gets its own tier. I don't care. Trench by 21 Pilots, probably their best album, some of their best songwriting. Really love the production on this album. It's an introspective, melodic, melancholic album. It's enjoyable. I said it was a great album, and I do feel that way still. Oh, man, what a name now. Withered by David. This was before all of those allegations and all of the disgusting stuff about his name came out. So a good thing I wasn't a fan of his music before. Yeah, even before those allegations. What a disgusting person. Absolutely no one in this world should support David. And to people who start listening to his music more after those come out, like, why? Like, genuine question, because I know people like that. Like, they'll hear those allegations come out and they start listening to it. You shouldn't want to support a guy like that. This guy's absolutely disgusting. It needs to be locked up forever. Honestly, this album was mid to begin with, and I won't lie, there's some enjoyable pop R&B stuff on here, and he had a nice voice, but this album was just so one-dimensional and kind of dry. What are you gonna expect out of an alt album? Body High by Lucky, a cloud rap classic. It's one of the best cloud rap albums or mixtapes, I guess, of all time. It's one of the best rap mixtapes of all time, period. The concept of Lucky coping with drugs to deal with his heartbreak and loneliness is honestly very cohesive, and it's sonically cohesive. It is a very cohesive album. I think it's more cohesive than alternative trap, matter of fact, in Higher Highs, Fourth Commandment, Broken, Slow Down. Some of the best cloud rap that you can find is on here. It's going great. And God's Father by Lil B, same thing here. It's a much more bloated album, but it's got more tracks than just cloud rap. You got cloud rap stuff here, but then you got some like boom bap stuff, some jazz stuff. Lil B did so much with this tape. Another one of the best rap mixtapes of all time, dude. It is such a great listen. So much stuff to dive into with that huge, immersive, abundant album. Koino Yokan by Deftones, another very ethereal, atmospheric album from them. It's kind of them wanting to go further with the Saturday Night Wrist success and vibe, but it wasn't as hard, but that's also, Saturday Night Wrist is one of the best albums I've ever heard. But I mean, there's some great stuff on here, some more hard-hitting post-metal stuff while it's got shoegaze. It's the whole concept of love and heartbreak. A lot of great choruses here. I mean, they were doing their sound and they were doing it great. So it's another great album. Crack Clouds Over Art's Kitchen is definitely a album or tape that most people wouldn't enjoy just for the distorted vocals, the very lo-fi, messy mixing with the vocals. But it adds to the avant-garde aspect of this album because this is I don't even view Black Cray as pure cloud rap because his stuff is so experimental, dude. He has industrial stuff thrown into it. It's super distorted. So it is cloud rap, but like it's so experimental as well. So I think that made him different from all the other cloud rap artists at that time. But this is a great mixtape. And then Yeah Yeah Yee. I mean, this album was, I remember being in awe for a little bit after hearing this because, dude, this is incredible. It is a experience. This is like watching a movie. It's like watching a super great movie. There's so much going on through this album. It starts off with just some glitchy techno like IDM stuff, like some Aphex Twin stuff, and it's like so boring, like a 40-minute track for whatever reason. And then it goes into some experimental hip hop stuff with amazing samples, not great writing, but like amazing production. I'm telling you right now, amazing production. This thing is an experience, and it's an experience, even though it's not in streaming, that everyone should want to go through. Nav is trash. This is supposed to be his best album. I actually went into this with high expectations, dude, because a lot of people talk about, yeah, Nav is underrated, dude. Like, he has the best late night music. Dude, you guys are listening to a Travis Scott ripoff. This is the most pure Travis Scott ripoff that I've ever heard, dude. His stuff is just watered down pop rap. It's trash. Laughing So Hard It Hurts by Mavi, an abstract conscious rap album, jazz rap album. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of it, but it's good. There's some great tracks on here, great production. Eat by Poppy, yeah, still just not a fan of it. I mean, it was the screams that ruined it for me, and I don't hate screams in metal music or rock music. I listen to plenty metal like that, but for this, it was just like top, like high-pitched screaming, dude. It was too much for me. But you love industrial metal, you'd probably love this. It's mid for me, though. Clockworked by Stray from the Path. I think this was a 2025 metal album, but it's just a rap metal, new metal type of album. I mean, it's so one-dimensional. It's a cool, like, heavy metal album if you want to hear that, if you want that stuff blasting in your ears. But for me, there's just so much better metal stuff out there, and there was not many standouts. Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. This was the first album that I was recommended that is a 10. I gave this a 10. This is an absolute peak album, and I'm still genuinely, I'm annoyed that this isn't on streaming. Put it on streaming! Please, bro. I don't know what the deal with that is. I know Spotify has, they've done a lot of shitty stuff, okay? They have a whole lot of problems, so people are going to take their music off of that and not support Spotify. But Apple Music, I use Apple Music. Put it on streaming. No, just put it on fucking streaming, please. This would be one of my most played albums of the year if it was on streaming, dude. And I haven't listened to it as much as I would because it's not on streaming. It's peak shoegaze, super dreamy album. Very, very ethereal and noisy and psychedelic. It's a 10. It's a 10. And these two are close to 10s, very close. But this is a 10. Oh, wait, no. OK Computer's a 10 also. But I already heard that album before, so that's why I was saying this was the first one that I was recommended that I gave a 10. Science by Incubus, some 90s alternative metal and some new metal stuff here. I mean, honestly, pretty enjoyable album. Nothing more, nothing less. And literally right after I gave an album a 10, I get Grace by Jeff Buckley. An absolute, just love this album. It's super sad and melancholic. The passionate deliveries from Jeff Buckley are some of the best of all time on Lover You Should Have Come Over, one of the best songs of all time. Dude, just amazing writing, amazing performances, production. This is an absolute masterclass of a record. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, I gave a 7 out of 10, which I would give it an 8 now. I gave it a pretty low rating for how great this album is, but it's just bloated. It's a double album. It's very long, but there's not many forgettable tracks, though. For how long it is, it's some nice art rock album. It's a nice rock art. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. It's a long video. I've been talking for a while. Art rock album. There's some grunge tracks on here too. I'd give this a great rating. It's very a heavy, emotional album. Hawaii Part 2 by Miracle Musical. Sadly, one of the worst albums I've been recommended. I just don't enjoy this in the slightest. And I think the artist of this album was also on Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. If I said that right, that's such a tongue twister. But I didn't enjoy that album either. It's in the bad rating too, so just not a fan of that style at all, man. I hate the vocals on this album, absolutely not. The Bleeding by Cannibal Corpse, blurred that one out because it's kind of gory, but it's small icons, so you can kind of see it. But I mean, if you love death metal, this would be a classic in your life. I mean, I just cannot do the vocals, dude. I hate that, bro. It's awful. It's awful. And I hate it because I love the energy of this album and the riffs are awesome. I love the production, but dude, I cannot have Satan screaming in my ears. I could give it up to the mid rating though for how great the no, sorry. I can't. History Will Absolve Me by Billy Woods. I mean, the dude just doesn't miss. And this was like 2013 or 12. This was a while ago, and it's just an amazing abstract rap album. Sounds like it would be something dropping today. Amazing rapping. I mean, a whole decade ago, and Billy Woods was still rapping S tier. And this album is very political, a lot of strong concepts. Give me amazing. Long Season by Fishman. So this is tough because it's not an album, is it? It's basically a song. It's 10 minutes, okay? It's like 10 minutes or 20 minutes or something. And it's not like a full album. So if I'm putting this in a tier list with full albums, it's not going S and it's not going amazing. And it's I guess it could go great. It's such an ethereal song. I mean, I love it. It's a very lush instrumental and a lot of layers to this, but it doesn't just feel like a full album. It's basically just a song. I mean, it's an absolute S tier 10 out of 10 song, but I'm ranking this with albums, so I'm gonna have to go great. Black Bolshevik, Peggy influence here, but I've had some other albums recommended that had a Peggy influence, but just felt like ripping off, while this has its own style. Very, very own style, very aggressive and political as well. Sampling is great. Production is chaotic. It's great. It's a great album. And then La Vida Era Más Corta by Milo J. This was this Argentina? Was this Brazil? It was, I think it was Brazil. But language is in Spanish. It's a contemporary folk album, some Latin pop, singer-songwriter, and there's some great songwriting on here for sure. It's a great album. Rubber Band Business 2. I'm geeked up playing Xbox all day. They don't go to school. They don't have a job, but they paid. I'm geeked up playing. I love this. This is so funny. I don't know why this is such a hilarious album to listen to. Juicy J is just a funny rapper, but there's so many bangers on here. It is so long and bloated, but dude, this is some amazing trap music and amazing gangster rap, southern hip hop vibes. Bro, I might throw it in good. It's so bloated. I gave it a mid rating at first, but very fun highlights, man. I don't know. There's a lot of bangers. Yeah, dude, we're putting in good. We're gonna do it. Vanisher Horizon Scraper by Quadeca. I mean, it's still a standout of the year, dude. There's just so many layers in this production. Quadeca is such an incredible producer. Yes, this is like similar to Gorillaz. What do you even call this? There's hip hop influence here, but it's not even like pure hip hop. It's just like neo psychedelia, art pop. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a really cool concept. It feels like it's like you're on a ship in this album. It's a very like rainy, ethereal album. I mean, this production is just amazing, and the songwriting is just as great. The development of Quadeca is insane. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go great, but maybe amazing one day. October Country by Ghost Mountain, Lil Peep, but it's cloud rap, I guess. I mean, this album was cool. It's some cloud rap, emo rap stuff. It's very atmospheric and ethereal, which I do love that, but besides that, the stuff is very repetitive and it's such a reminiscing of Lil Peep. It just doesn't feel very original. But I feel like he does have influence or potential though, almost like a Black Cray style of production, how chaotic this cloud rap stuff is. So I'm kind of excited to see future projects from him, but as of now, that's gonna go mid. 1-800 Fantasy, just another alternative album, alternative R&B, alt pop, and those get dry so fast, it's mid. Songs for the Deaf by Queens of the Stone Age, the car trip, road trip concept with some amazing stoner rock, hard rock music. Queens of the Stone Age is so good, man. It's very energetic, hard-hitting riffs. Amazing album. The highlights are also incredible. Orbital 2 by Orbital. Some cool techno stuff here. I mean, there was like one or two tracks that I thought were really good, and then there was everything else was pretty decent, so we can go good. Chaos Now by Jean Dawson. Yeah, similar stuff to what I just said about 1-800 Fantasy, and I already rated a Jean Dawson album. I don't enjoy the indie pop rock alternative pop R&B blend albums because they run dry so fast. The production's been done so much before. It's just quite frankly not my favorite style of music, so it's mid. A Piece of Strange by Cunnin Linguists. I mean, this still blows my mind. This concept of I can't even say the concept fully out because there's so much to it, but it's a man who is going through like spiritual struggle and just basically a lot of sin in life, going to drugs and violence and all this bad stuff and, feeling lost, going to God and facing eternal damnation for his sins. And then eventually at the end of the album, kind of having a turnaround and this whole message of you can always come back from your struggles and sin. I mean, if you're a Christian or you're religious, like this is a life-changing album. And I mean, I'm a firm believer of God too, but this is an incredible album, man. One of the best concepts in rap music, probably the best underground rap album of all time. This shouldn't be underground. This absolutely should not be an incredible album. The only reason it's not going to be an S is because I mean, there's some great conscious, like jazzy production on here, but some tracks could be better produced and aren't the craziest. Yeah, it could be S though, definitely. Rap E Compromiso by Sabotage was a fun album. I mean, I have a song or two. Yeah, there's a song that I literally have on my playlist. I don't care if it's in another language. It's very enjoyable. I love the vibes of this album. The production is great. The rapping is great. It's a very amazing album or great album. Why Does the Earth Give Us People to Love by Kara Jackson? I mean, if you love contemporary folk and, obviously that singer-songwriter stuff, you're probably going to love it. There's some good songwriting on here, but I just do not enjoy this sonically. It gets very boring for me, but for some of those performances, it's going to get a good rating. Cloud Dead, I mean, what an experimental avant-garde album. Very atmospheric and ambient, some cloud rap stuff, kind of starting the trend of that before it got put onto some trap influence. This is super, super experimental and amazing. It's such a unique album. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna go great because the lack of direction for some tracks. Fantastic Planet by Failure. Oh, this was a generational video where when I got recommended Cloud Dead, Fantastic Failure, Lil Ugly Mane, and then Janet Jackson. That was a generational video of recommendations, dude. These were all amazing albums. But yeah, Failure, grunge rock stuff, the space rock, art rock. I mean, there's a lot of emotional tracks on here. Feels lonely. A lot of great stuff on here. This was amazing. I keep saying amazing when I'm throwing them in great. It's a great album. Volcanic Bird Enemy by Lil Ugly Mane. One of the ones, yeah, I heard it before. I love Lil Ugly Mane. Incredible producer, incredibly slept on. He produces some awesome stuff, and this album has it all, dude. You want some indie rock? Go ahead. You want some surreal shoegaze, dream pop stuff? Go ahead. Neo psychedelia? Go ahead. And it's very emotional with his writing. He was in a depressing stage of his life. Really hope he's doing well today, but it's a great album. And then Rhythm Nation 1814 by Janet Jackson. I'm going to explain this exactly how I did in the review because it's just the perfect explanation for it. I love how dancey this entire album is. I love the dance pop production while it addresses deeper themes, how it's political and very conscious, very emotional songwriting. So this was a very good album. I'm throwing this in amazing. South of Heaven by Slayer, thrash metal. It's a ripoff of Metallica. I said that, and I'm sure plenty of people disagree with that, but it's not for me. It's just boring. Oracular Spectacular by MGMT, a nostalgic summer album, some psychedelic pop stuff, very nostalgic tracks on here. And if it wasn't for like 3 really high standouts, it'd be a mid album because a lot of the stuff on here does get old, but those highlights are amazing. And the summer vibes of it, the late 2000s electro pop stuff, yeah, it's good. Heroes by David Bowie, art rock premium, dude. This is like the deluxe of listening to art rock music. The production's incredible, the writing's incredible, really has everything to it. I'm gonna go amazing for some of those instrumentals that kind of hold it back for me. On The New World by I kind of already forgot about this album. It's just some progressive metalcore and Thal, which I'm not familiar with that subgenre of metal, but yeah, this album is. I mean, there was some good stuff on here, but overall, very just lackluster in my opinion. Validation by Yun Lee. This was this Brazil? I think this was another Brazilian hip hop album. I didn't enjoy it as much as a Rap E Compromiso, but this one was another great one with some great songwriting, some chipmunk soul production, trap stuff on here. It was a good album. Solace by Bryant Barnes. It's a alternative R&B pop album. I've given how many of those a mid rating in the past 5 minutes? What was it? 1, like 3, maybe 4. Like, I don't know. It's just boring to me. It's not special. But Brian Barnes, I will say, has a great voice. I think if he goes somewhere else direction wise and adds more to his production and maybe songwriting, better albums are on the way. But for this, some decent stuff. That's it. For Lovers by Lamp, I mean, this is a beloved album. It's a very bittersweet, lush album. Some like pop jazz stuff, and it's Japanese that has that like a nostalgic vibe to it. This is like what falling in love sounds like, but I'm not huge on it. It's good. I wouldn't place it any higher. Volume 2, Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z. It's one of his forgettable albums, for sure. It's I don't know if I'm being biased because I feel like to an average person, this is definitely going to be placed in mid, but I don't think there's like a bunch of mid tracks on here. There's mid tracks, but there's a lot of decent stuff. There's a lot of solid stuff. It's not his best rapping, not his best beat selection, but you can still pick out like a handful of stuff in here, and it's still very cohesive with Jay-Z's super confident swagger vibe. So, I don't know if it's being biased because yeah, you know what? Okay, I won't be biased. I'll go mid. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm going good. Sorry. I'm not being biased. This is what I think. This is what I think. A Promise by Juju, a wild cover as well. Thanks for the square at least. Oh, boy. But I did enjoy this album more than that last one. A Basket of Fruit, I think that's what it was called. But yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot more. And that one, again, I respect the vision. Just a lot of stuff was kind of whack, but A Promise, again, very, very experimental, avant-garde, industrial, electronic stuff, but it's also very heavy. It's very depressing here. It's another disturbing one also. A lot of suicidal lyrics. Like, this stuff is dark, dude. It's very, very heavy. Some of the heaviest music I've heard, so good. The Fall of Ideals by All That Remains. I mean, of the melodic metalcore albums I was getting recommended for a period of time, this was probably the best one of the better ones, but I don't revisit it. I don't enjoy the melodic metalcore style here. I mean, it's all right. This one was a nice blend of some hard-hitting stuff and some melodic stuff, but I think I could go good. There's a decent amount of solid stuff. We can go good. Lost Americana by the GOAT MGK. MGK is mid. I don't like MGK, okay? This is not better than the other album that was way more introspective. This one is just watered down pop rock music, dude. Oh my gosh. MGK of all artists going to alternative rock and pop that I've already said is just watered down and most of the projects are mid. This album's bad. It's bad. Beloved Paradise Jazz. McKinley Dixon with his talent of songwriting and thought into his music, he really doesn't miss, but another great jazzy conscious rap album. We're gonna go great. For Long Tomorrow by Toe. This was an instrumental Japanese like math rock album. I think that's what the genre was. And I mean, there was some cool guitar strings on here and a lot of unique stuff, but not much of it stood out to me, honestly. There's some good standout tracks and then a lot of forgettable, but I think it can going good overall. Labor Days by Aesop Rock. I mean, very great interpretation of society and how working is in the labor days. It's very political and conscious, thoughtful rapping and songwriting. His pen game is very underrated. Aesop Rock, man. So he's gonna go great. Requiem by Kishi, some alternative R&B, dream pop stuff. I can definitely tell you why. I do enjoy this more than maybe any of the other alt pop R&B stuff that I was throwing in this mid category, but that's probably because of some of the dreamy soundscapes. The vocals were good. There was a decent amount of solid stuff in here. So I think we can go good. Lone Borealis by Detage. Now we're at the point these are all very recently reviewed. So yeah, Detage, very huge influence of Tyler the Creator. Some good tracks on here, but I do hope he goes to a more consistent concept and has more of his own unique style without me just thinking I'm listening to Tyler the Creator with most tracks. Love his style of production though. Overall, no. If I've thrown these in good, I think I can put this in good at least. A Matter of Time by Lave. I thought her name was pronounced Laffy, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. You can clown me. I got clowned enough. I thought it was Laffy. That's what it looks like, okay? But Lave, and yeah, I said it was the ultimate performative male music. That was just a joke, okay? It's nothing deeper than that. I was just messing around saying that, but I didn't enjoy this album that much. Some orchestral love music. That's pretty much all there is to it. I probably should listen to her 2023 album, or 2022, whenever that last album dropped. That was like a standout. Then we have another Brazil rap album. This one's hard to pronounce. Sobrevivendo no Inferno. It means surviving in hell by This one's hard to pronounce. Raciones MCs. Hopefully I was close. But this with Rap y Compromiso, some amazing Spanish rap albums. This one's very conscious, boom bap stuff as well, gangsta, political, A lot of blends here, but the production's great. The rapping is absolutely incredible. Very, very good rapping on this album. So it can be in this great tier with Rap y Compromiso right there. Masters of the Universe by Binary Star, another conscious underground album, but it just has amazing rapping. The production's nice. The rapping's incredible. The songwriting's incredible. It's big. There's some forgettable tracks, but like overall, it's a great. Oh, this could be amazing. Actually, I don't know, dude. We'll stick with great. The Idiot by Iggy Pop. I mean, as much as this album has been praised, at least I've seen around, it just doesn't stand out to me. I get his vocals and delivery isn't special to me. At least I don't enjoy it. You got some nice David Bowie art rock production, but like I just don't enjoy it that much. There's not standouts to me. I guess we can go good though. I did give it a good rating. There's some good stuff on here. I'm not saying it's a bad album, but I wouldn't place it any higher. Gaming Girl by Hello Stacks. This was the album that was just too much Peggy influence. It was ethereal, experimental stuff, but I mean, Sakura sample slowed down and just too much of an influence mid. Periphery 2 by Periphery, some progressive metal. I gave it a mid rating. It's not much stands out to me, but there is some really nice soundscapes on here. I love the progressive buildups. Like I said, progressive stuff is always super technical and interesting. But I think I could go up to good now. I'd say that's definitely grown on me slightly. Ensemble Play by Creepy Nuts. This was a J-rap album that I didn't enjoy, to be honest. So I'd say mid. I wasn't even gonna. Oh my gosh, bro. I wasn't even going to include Dark Evil Beatland by Syrups because it's just a joke album. It's Roblox on the cover. It's just some goofy. It's stupid, dude. It's not good. Yeah, I know it's a joke, but it's atrocious. The Juice Volume 2 by Emotional Oranges, some dreamy R&B music. Yeah, kind of one-dimensional. That's all there really is to it, but there's some pretty solid stuff on here. Demon Days by Gorillaz. I love this album. I am just gonna go ahead and get it done and over with. Straight to amazing. I just love Gorillaz, man. Their production is so incredible. So many different genres. They're their own genre of music, like I said. I saw some comments saying that. And you're right. You're completely right. It's like their own genre of music. So it's just sonically intriguing, dude, with some great songwriting, political, meaning songwriting with some very dancey art pop tracks, rock tracks. Dude, there's so much in their music. It's so amazing. And Portal by Baloo Brigada. There was an EP I reviewed by Baloo Brigada. I didn't include it in this video because it was like a 3-song or 4-song EP. It was really short, so I didn't include it, but obviously I'm going to include the full album this year. It was a nice summer pop album. Some nice psychedelic pop stuff here, dance stuff here. It's a good album. 333 by Matue, a pop rap trap album. This was also, it was Brazil. Maybe this, I think this was different than Brazil. It was another country, but I don't. No, it was Brazil. One of them. But there was some solid stuff on here, some solid beats. It definitely wasn't my favorite. It wasn't on level of like this or Rap y Compromiso, but there was some good stuff on here. I think ultimately, going back to it, it didn't hit as hard. I feel like I gave it a higher rating at first, but there's just a handful of beats that don't do much for me, and it just really doesn't stand out to me. Construção by Chico Buarque, a singer-songwriter with some Portuguese political stuff. I mean, just amazing songwriting. It was very boring production-wise for me, which is why I'm only going to go great, but I mean, it was some great songwriting. You definitely really appreciate that. And then the latest one I reviewed, as of right now at least, as of I'm recording this video, was A Crow Looked at Me by Mount Eerie. So we're ending this off on a high note with a amazing album. Like I almost cried to this album. I'm being so serious. My eyes were watering up. It's sad, bro. It's literally just about him losing his wife and moving forward with his daughter. Dude, it's really, really sad, man. It's so sad. Yeah, man. That's all I gotta say about it. It's very depressing. Very, very depressing about just death and love and moving forward, coping, how life is without her, how empty it feels. Man, that is something that hurts to listen to. And then these three I already threw in. I deleted a tier by accident and had to throw these back in, and they doubled for some reason. But these two are way earlier ones. I don't know why they got thrown in so late. We have Homogenic by Björk. This is like the best album of all time to some people, and I was never that big on it, but some electronic IDM stuff with some very dreamy soundscapes, a very cold feeling album. The vocals are amazing. It's a great album. And then Damnation by Opeth. That was an album that I kind of forgot about because that was a really old review. That was one of my very first ones. But it's some progressive rock music, some very interesting soundscapes, or interesting, just good soundscapes overall. It's emotional. It's a good album. I put it in great. Which leaves us with the official completed tier list of every single viewer recommended album. We got a good 200 or so albums on this. I'll let y'all look through this for a second. We got the S's, amazing. Then we got the great tier here, the good tier here, mid, bad, atrocious, and then the good old has-been hotel tier. It's just terrible. I really appreciate all of you for watching this video and sticking till the end, probably my longest video yet. And like I said, this is the most effort I have ever put into a long form video. This took such a long time. So I really hope you all love this video and enjoy this. Hopefully you don't hate me for some of these too much. But let me know what you feel about the tier list and what do you think is the absolute best album that is on this tier list or that I've been recommended. Check out some of the other content and dive into the social media, and I'll see y'all in my next video.